Man, check out that title screen. They've been changing it up quite often recently, and I must say that looks really nice right there. Alright, what is going on, guys? Trey is coming back at your screen by means of the World Wide Web. And I wanted to get into a video for you guys today. So let's go ahead and let the game log in here really quick. Should not be much longer now. Un momento. I just wanted you guys to see that title screen. It looks really nice. Really nice. I like it. They're doing really good with that. Alrighty, here we go, guys. So, as you know, we started the new floors of the Unholy Tower, the Truth and the Cursed Princess. So, barely making it alive after receiving life-threatening assaults from Knight Xenon, you struggled your way to climb to the top floor. But it doesn't end there. The Unholy Tower unleashed more waves of monsters, led by a gigantic shadow that lurks in the next 100 floors. What is this monstrosity? When will this expedition end? So from June 17th to June 21st, gear up and unlock the next 100 floors to continue and unfold the mystery the Unholy Tower holds. So of course it is more difficult. We get tougher enemies. You also get different enemies. Sometimes you run into metal units, so you can capture some metal units. You run into a lot of units that you can capture to level up Brave Burst and things of that nature. So you also get the opportunity to capture Princess Estia. Now, just like Xenon, you can capture her anytime you run into her for battle. So if you happen to come across her in battle, when you defeat her, you do have a chance to capture her. So just know that, guys. So today for you guys, I'm going to do the 101st through the 110th floor. And this is also going to be kind of like a tutorial video to basically break down how the next 100 floors work. So as you can see, I've already done them all here. But for the purposes of the tutorial video, we're just going to go ahead through the 101st through the 110th floors here. So let's see here, get my items right here. So let's go ahead and get into it, guys. I'm hoping we'll run into Estia so I can break down what's going on here. Now, I do know that at the beginning, when you first do this at the 101st floor, there's a little bit of a storyline. And also when you finish it up on the 200th floor, there's also a little bit of a storyline too. So that's a nice thing to see for your enjoyment there. I actually enjoyed it quite a bit. This has been hands down one of my favorite events, but that's besides the point. This is a tutorial video for you guys. So you still have the general mobs here, of course. General mobs you can battle in order to first you got to battle them and pass them in order to be able to progress up to the next floor. But as you can see, you can also capture them and use them as Brave Burst food. So that's a good use for them as well. But I'm really hoping we run into Estia. I really like to break down the battle for you guys if at all possible. So here's hoping we run into her through one of these 10 floors here. Alright, so here it is. Here goes a metal setup here. So as I was saying before, you do have the opportunity to run into metal units. You do capture one of these three. I'm not going to say it's impossible to catch the Cursed Light God, but I know that every time I've ran into these metals, I've only been able to capture the kings and not the gods. So like I said, not saying it's impossible, but I just have yet to capture them. So one thing you definitely need to know about Estia though, if you thought Xenon was hard, wait until you battle Estia. She is a load of work, especially on the higher levels. I mean, Mamma Mia, she can be tough. I'm not going to get too deep into her though. I want to run into her so I'll be able to show you guys as I'm doing it how it works. There's some similarities between battling her and battling Xenon, as well as some serious differences, guys, and I'm hoping I can break those down for you here in this video. If we run into her, that'd be great. There we go, got a king again. Got a king again. Okay, so these guys are done and over with. Move on to the next battle here. Alright, so let's make quick work with these guys. Just another general mob here. Nothing really worth explaining about this battle. Just beat them up and go and move on to the next floor. Another thing you may want to take note of, guys, to my knowledge, you don't run into mimics in here. So you're free to open all treasure chests to your pleasure. I have yet to run into a mimic while traversing through any of the floors. Out of all 200 of them, I have yet to run into a mimic. So I think it's safe to say that you're alright opening all of your treasure chests. Yes, perfect. This is what I wanted. We ran into Estia. Alright, so here she is, guys. Cursed Estia. If you were able to start this mission off, then you would get the backstory of why she's in this condition. So I won't go into too much detail about that, so as to not spoil it for you. But this is basically how this battle is going to work. First of all, take notice that she is light element. So I highly recommend that you do not bring dark units. Please do not do it. She will obliterate a dark unit in the snap of a finger, guys. Avoid the dark units, please, because she is light element and she is much tougher than any dark unit that you could possibly bring up against her. So first and foremost, avoid the dark units. Now, to break down the similarities between her and Xenon. Xenon is tough. She is tougher by a mile. She has AoEs that are very powerful. She unleashes one at 50% of her HP, and it is a very powerful AoE. She also has a very powerful single target, and when she uses that, at least in my experience, she likes to focus that thing. So if she uses it, I believe it's called Venomous Strike. If she uses it on one person, she usually, in my case, just continues to attack that same person until they're dead. So be on the lookout for that, guys. Honestly, there's no rhyme or reason to her attacks. She just unleashes when she wants. You don't know what she's going to do, except be on the lookout for her AoE once you get her below 50% HP. And she also unleashes another one at 25% HP, I believe. So that's basically how battling her works from floors 101 to approximately 170. After that, besides her being progressively tougher, of course, the higher the floor that you're on, the tougher she is. But besides that, at 25% HP, she will also be able to have sort of an angel idol effect on herself, to where if you don't outright kill her before reaching 25% or lower HP, she will cast that on herself on the higher floors, and she will revive half of her HP after you've already drained her first bar of health completely. So be on the lookout for that, guys. If you're capable, get her as close to that 25% mark as possible, and then try to wipe her out completely. That is my strategy, and believe me, it saves you a lot of headache, because she is very strong on the top floors. Just like Xenon, if she is to proc her AoEs back to back to back, your team will be wiped out, unless of course you have some angel idols in effect, or you have Paris's leader skill, which negates that. Other than that, she is very powerful, and she will wipe your entire team out, guys. So also be careful about that. and she is just really powerful. On the higher floors, guys, I really hope you have gems, because it is highly likely that she will wipe you out. She is very powerful on the higher up floors. I say around the 170th floor, maybe the 180th floor and up, she is very powerful. So please have gems on hand if you are planning to tackle those higher floors, because it gets really tough. So that's basically a breakdown of how she's going to work on the earlier floors as well as the later floors. Now let's get into the battle so I can demonstrate to you guys all that I just explained to you. Starting off with the fact that there's no rhyme or reason to her attacks. So I got her below 50% HP, so she's going to unleash that powerful move. Or maybe not this time, probably because she's only level 1. As you progress, guys, just know 50% HP, she unleashes a powerful attack. 25%, she, even on the higher levels, I notice also that she gets stat buffs. Her attack is up, her critical is up, things of that nature. So because I did this on the first floor, she's not really that powerful yet. But I'm just giving you guys a heads up. She gets a lot of buffs, attack buff, critical buff, things of that nature. She unleashes very powerful AoE attacks. And if she unleashes them back to back, I hope you have gems, guys. She is very powerful. But traversing this dungeon is just the same as the first 100 floors, guys. There's honestly not a thing different about traversing it. You move along in the same manner. It's just quite a bit more difficult. Definitely quite a bit more difficult. She is very powerful on the later floors. I cannot express that to you enough. That's why I'm warning you. Please have gems ready once you get to the last 30 floors or so, because there's about a 60% chance that you're going to get wiped. I mean, it even happened to me. I got wiped quite a few times battling her. So I'm very happy that I already captured her, because I don't really have to do this anymore. I don't have to spend the gems for you guys. So that is how the next 100 floors of the Unholy Tower works, guys. Gave you a breakdown of how or what you can expect when you're battling Estia, as well as what you can expect on the rest of these 100 floors as well. So just be on the lookout, guys. It is, I'm being serious when I tell you, if you thought Xenon was tough, wait until you battle this one. She is a monster. Please have gems. I honestly wouldn't even ask that you attempt it without at least 5 gems on standby, because you may use them. Very powerful, very powerful. Okay, so we're just gonna finish up the rest of the 101st through the 110th floor, guys. Should just be general mobs the rest of the way. Nothing too special. Alrighty guys, so there we have it. The 101st through the 110th floor / tutorial video for you guys. So I hope you enjoyed it and found it helpful. It was definitely full of information that will warn you ahead of time what to expect. So please be aware. This is definitely a lot tougher than the first 100 floors, guys. Please have gyms on standby. It's really tough. So I hope you enjoyed it once again and found it helpful. Please continue to like, subscribe, favorite, share, comment, and everything else. And of course, I will be back at you guys with more Brave Frontier videos soon. Later, guys.